All right, it looks like these two are getting started here. We have yet another fantastic tournament race. We are still in the losers quarters here. Top 8 matches. We have Matthews versus Dinner Dog. Oh man, they're both using the Stairmaster 3000 strat, running and jumping up the stairs. Uh-oh, Matthews misses out on some hearts, does get the backup here, losing a little bit of time in the prologue, but the prologue isn't the end-all be-all, so it's not the end of the world. Small lead to Dinner Dog. This is part of my tournament series where we do the picking, the counter-picking, the best of 3, all that fun stuff. And these players, through the picking and banning system, started with Guarded OG. Guarded OG is essentially a recreation of the original version of the randomizer, hence OG. Guarded does refer to a modification to the original version of the randomizer, because when Wild Mouse first came up with the randomizer and published it, version 1.0 or whatever it was, there were a few limitations. One, the bottom row of these two's tracker, the Gold Ring, Silver Ring, Spike Breaker, and Holy Glasses, they could not be randomized. The progression items behave differently than relics. So progression items are in static locations, but the relics themselves are in random locations. Another thing to note is back then, we did not have access to specific locations that were kind of blocked off or guarded by bosses until later developments. Mouse figured out how to make relics spawn behind certain boss locations, hence why it's now Guarded OG. So essentially every boss that guards a room or a boss that drops a relic normally can now drop a relic, the same way that it works in pretty much every other version of the randomizer. So there's a couple of extra checks added in. There is 0 base complexity. Ooh, library card start. Is it worth it? You don't have a sellable. Is it worth it just to keep the Halbine Dagger? I don't think so. Yeah, Dinner Dog doesn't think it's worth it. Matthews is deciding right now. I'd be curious to see if Matthews chooses to use the library card. Instant route diversions. Wow, this is the second time we've seen a library card start. But man, all right. Joining Rando tournament so I can force best of 3 adventure seeds. Good thing adventure is not a preset. Ooh, Fire of Bat as the first relic. Meanwhile, Soul of Bat for Dinner Dog. Oh. Ah, that hurts. Dinner Dog even gets a shield for movement. Uh-oh. How's that prediction doing, by the way? Oh, is that still running? Let me end that prediction real quick.
You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Oops. Oh my goodness. Thank you to this for the sub. Jaltos, I missed that one earlier. And thank you, Deshaw, for the gifted sub. Appreciate all the support we've been getting lately. If you last minute pump and dumped all of your Garnet coin on to Dinner Dog, you might be eating well, because Soul of Bat into the Joel of Open. All of my apes, all my Garnet coin. Oh god, this is rough. This is definitely rough if you're a Matthews enjoyer. It's not the end of the world, because it is a randomizer. All of the other relics, at the end of the day, they still need to find the Vlad relics. They still need to find Holy Glasses, which is in a static location. So that actually makes it a little bit easier. But all relics are essentially random. Oh, Turbo Dog. There's only 5 presets you can pick from in the tournament rules. I picked 5 presets that were like tournament suitable. It's not every preset possible on SotN.io. That would be crazy. That'd be crazy. If it was every possible randomizer preset as a counterpick system, that'd be wild. All right. Oof. Matthews needs to go back to castle entrance like immediately. Meanwhile, Dinner Dog is already full cleared. Oh, and gets a Yasasuna drop? Sure. Why not? Sure. Dinner Dog, you're just like, you need it. He needs it. Guys, he needs it. He's really struggling. He finds the Gram right afterwards, opts to skip it. That's fair. I mean, if you have Yasasuna, you don't need the Gram. And Matthews is about to feel very silly very quickly. This is actually how Matthews needs to mount a comeback. By seeing this relic right here, he has to immediately think, oh crap, I missed out on Soul of Bat immediately. I should do something to make up for this. This might push him to play a little bit riskier, maybe skip a couple of locations. Like, Dinner Dog hasn't done Castle Entrance yet. Will Matthews turn around and do Castle Entrance right now? Will Matthews just warp back to Outer Wall? Looks like Matthews is doing Castle Entrance. Say hi to Slogger and Gaibon. Is that Soul of Wolf? Oh my god, Dinner Dog finds the Mystic Pendant too? Wow. I think that was Soul of Wolf and Dinner Dog skipping it. My eyes are not as keen as they could be. Reminder, if you are a fan of Matthews and you are despairing right now, thinking, oh no, Matthews is dead, there's no way you can come back from this, it's okay, because the tournament matches are best 2 out of 3. If Matthews does lose this, he does get a counter pick afterwards. So maybe he can try and maneuver better in the next seed if that's what it comes down to. But again, the seed is not over per se. It's just kind of rough. Dinner Dog looks like everything's turning up Dinner Dog right now. When you got that dog in you, like what else is there? How do you beat that? Dinner Dog is Haxer Man. Didn't you vote for Dinner Dog? I would expect that from someone who's like mad that they're losing all their channel points. Just bet on the Haxor, I guess. Matthews did find the Eye of Vlad. I assume that was in the library. So if Dinner Dog goes for his patented library skip, perhaps he misses out on the Eye of Vlad. And that could be Matthews' win con if he delays it for too long. I don't know if he'll reasonably be able to do the library skip, though, for that long. Because the thing about Guarded OG, because you are expected to find Gold Ring, Silver Ring, Spike Breaker, and Holy Glasses all in the first castle in their vanilla locations. The randomizer has to, at some point within the first castle, give you access to Soul of Bat, Jewel of Open, and Mist. So at some point, Dinner Dog will find Mist, and then we'll likely do Library after that point. So the odds of Dinner Dog completely missing out. He's cheating, bro. He's actually hacking. He just refilled his magic out of nowhere. Hold on. Is that a glitch in my tournament? Someone disqualify him. Mods, crush his skull, please. Wow. Getting the MP refill glitch on top of all of this is so rude. So rude. Wish we had the audio feed. True. We can listen in on Dinner Dog's perspective here. What is he listening to? Is he listening to music? Uh-oh. Never mind. We can't. I hear potentially copyrighted music in the background. I'm not risking it. That's funny. Yeah, Aurochs cannot withstand the Yasasuna. Finding the Yasasuna as a random drop on top of this is so rude, man. Matthews gets one? No. Bloody Zombies dropping a Yasasuna. Very rough. Oh, I like that from Matthews, actually. Using the iframes, the invincibility from transforming into Bat to skip past that Spittlebone. Very good awareness. Like, Matthews isn't even playing bad. He just kind of lost on, like, an early game 50-50. Kind of. I will say it feels a little bit greedy, though, to do the library skip when you don't even have that good of equipment. I feel like the Hallbeam Dagger's not that great, but... Oh, yeah, Matthews didn't even find Graham either. Just skipped that one check. Unfortunate. Yeah, I think that is Wolf. Matthews is getting the Mystic Pendant. I'd recommend getting that on as soon as possible so you could start regenerating health faster. No, get the Axe Lord armor. What's your plan for Akmadon? Axe Lord armor's good, bro. It's not a bad idea. when your best weapon is the Hallbeam Dagger, I think Axe Lord Armor is legitimately a serious contender here. Even for other bosses, Axe Lord Armor is pretty good. The swing has like this property where it like freezes enemies in place. For some reason, it kind of acts like a stone sword. No, Mystic Pendants do not stack, so only one Mystic Pendant actually increases your MP regeneration. So if you equip 2, it basically does nothing. It's the same as equipping 1. Yeah, Dinner Dog did find the Tooth of Vlad, increasing his strength by 10. And I like his route so far. He's basically doing clockwise route here. Doesn't get the skip, though. There is a skip where... Another one! He MP refill glitched twice? Come on, dude. At least hide the fact that you're cheating, right? At least try and pretend like you're not cheating. Don't make it so obvious. This is a joke for everybody watching on YouTube. This is a joke. This is a joke. That is a uncontrollable glitch that can happen sometimes if you are incredibly lucky and you pick up a life max up, get a level up, pick up a relic, freeze the screen in any way at the same time as the MP bar ticks up on the UI. It just keeps ticking up during the screen being frozen. So interesting. Mathias is opting to do this stuff first. I feel like this is not a terrible route. Early Caverns is a route that early Randomizer players back in Season 1 kind of didn't enjoy for the sheer fact that, like, Merman is a thing, and if you miss out on Merman and backtracking for it is, like, really, really bad. Honestly, since the relic distribution is purely random, maybe just bank on Merman being nothing. Just be like, nah, Merman's nothing. Or sorry, a holy symbol, it's nothing. But another Vlad for Dinner Dog. If I see 5 Vlad relics in the first castle, I am going to uninstall OBS on my computer. I'm going to sell my computer. And it just means that my tournament is cursed. It's cursed forever, forever cursed. Oh, Mathias is really struggling. Oh, and now Succubus is hitting him with the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Oh, okay. Could have been a lot worse for Mathias. Could have been a lot worse. Oh, Leapstone. Is Dinner Dog going to go out of his way to grab that again? Oh. Okay, Mathias puts on the Mystic Pendant now. Leapstone acquired for Dinner Dog. So the thing that's nice about Mathias's route is that Mathias is grabbing Gold Ring early. And it looks like Mathias has a decent chance of also finding Mist early, which helps because you need Mist and Jewel of Open and Spike Breaker to get to Silver Ring. The Guarded OG preset does follow OG rules, which essentially means that if you want to get to Silver Ring, you have to get Spike Breaker first. It essentially is just a way to prevent people from just skipping the Spike Breaker location in every single playthrough of the game. So Dinner Dog with 2 relics. Mathias with only 1 Vlad relic. But Mist is found, like I said. Okay. Dinner Dog will likely be coming here next. But Mathias will have a more efficient Allrocks section. Because Mathias will be able to do the Allrocks checks and get Silver Ring at the same time. So that's not bad, actually. So Mathias's route might end up being slightly more efficient because of this. It, however, could go very poorly if Merman statue ends up mattering. So most likely what Dinner Dog's going to do here is Dinner Dog is probably going to skip Library and go straight to Caverns. And then while in Caverns... Okay, Luminous, that's a good sword. While in Caverns, he'll probably check entrance there, or he'll just skip castle entrance entirely. Maybe he's feeling spicy. I don't think the shop had anything that good, if I remember correctly. I mean, Mathias is skipping all of these items. The money items, so maybe it isn't that good. Yeah, Dinner Dog is skipping Library, Classic. I mean, Dinner Dog really did patent this idea of skipping library and saving it for later after you grab Mist. And in Guarded OG, it makes a lot of sense. Because Mist is guaranteed in first castle anyways. The only punish is that Mist is in the library, which there's only 2-3 locations where that even could make sense. Matthias with the save split, however, does check the merman statue location, which is always nothing. We've always seen it to be nothing. It's never, ever anything. But at least if you save split, you can, make up the lost time by resetting back to a previous save that you made. Save splits do cost about 30 seconds to do the full reset and to save the game and whatnot. But, if you run out of magic going to a certain location, once you reset the game, you have full MP. So it's like you spend 30 seconds to teleport back to your last save and also refill all of your stats, your HP and MP. It's not a bad deal, oftentimes. Does pick up the Onyx. Maybe there is something in the shop. And like I said, yeah, Dinner Dog is following the route that I thought, which is ending up in caverns now. So now the real question is if there's anything left at Demon Card or Grand Falloon, because those are the two unknowns for us right now. Yeah, when you go inside the Nightmare, you refill your MP and your HP. That's actually a really important mechanic for the glitchless speedruns, actually. Because in glitchless, you use that to refill your MP before fighting Succubus. Honestly, this isn't necessarily over by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. I think Dinner Dog still does have a sizable lead just based off of the number of checks done, but the route divergence is so large, it's hard to tell who's actually in the lead. I mean, Dinner Dog definitely has a better weapon, so boss fights are going to be slightly faster. So it'll be interesting to see how this shapes up. Double Onyx, wow. That's the first time I think I've ever seen that combination of items there for Matthias. Yep, Dinner Dog now has a form of Mist. I don't think either of these players... No, Dinner Dog still has his library card, actually. I forgot about that. Yeah. That's another huge advantage. I really don't agree with Matthias' decision to do the early library here. I feel like there wasn't enough incentive to do it. If you started with a Chrysogrim and a sellable, I feel like that's okay, I'll try it. You know what I mean? But, ooh. Because how is he going to go back to the library now? He never even checked Fairy Card because he couldn't. He didn't have the relics to check Fairy Card. So he's going to have to go back at some point. Yeah, he does have the warp, but it's so slow to use the warp. And Grand Falloon is also just being a jerk right now. Fun fact, if you let Grand Falloon continue to fire his laser beam downward or diagonally downward, he actually starts, through the back firing of the laser, he starts rising higher up in the air and it gets harder to hit him. Yeah, Grand Falloon without Leapstone sucks. And Matthew spent a lot of time here. And then also finds nothing. No save split this time. Oof. I'm surprised Matthias isn't playing a little bit riskier. I mean, he doesn't have any Vlad relics outside of the one, so maybe he's feeling nervous about skipping Vlad's. But I feel like after finding Bat at Castle Entrance, you gotta feel at least a little bit of pressure, right? Unless he's banking on Dinner Dog following the same route and also library carding, but I don't know. It's a tough call. Welcome, Rabu. Yeah, Matthias will have to do castle entrance, or sorry, alchemy lab at some point. He also needs to not mess this up. He has a mana prism, I guess, if he needs to use it for invincibility. That's all he's got. Oh my god, immediately messes it up. I think he started without the right height. Or from the wrong position, something like that. Second try, transform. There, that should be the right height. Ooh, that's definitely the right height. Wing smash upwards. Oh, nice. Pretty much flawless for Matthias once he gets it set up. You love to see the blind bat technology. This is the original use case for blind bat, by the way. This preset is why that strat even exists. Yeah, Dinerdog didn't opt to save split this. Interesting. I guess it's not the end of the world. It's not that much slower, but does go back for the Onyx. Doesn't know what's in the library yet, so. So yeah, Matthias just finished up the catacombs. Meanwhile, Dinerdog's entering the mines. And Matthias is going to have to backtrack from here. Matthias does get a more efficient yeah, I mean, he's going to probably warp to... He has a couple of options, actually. He can warp to Outer Wall to go to Castle Keep. Actually, that's what I would do. I would warp to Outer Wall from this teleporter, the one in the mines. I would go to Outer Wall. I would do Fire of Bat. I would go to Castle Keep. I would warp to Entrance. I would do Entrance into... Alchemy Lab, into Marble Gallery, into Alrox's quarters, into grab Silver Ring. And then from there, warp back to, I guess, backtrack for Holy Glasses, and then finish off with Library, hoping maybe you find a Library card before then. Or at that point, you'll have 3 Vlad Relics and you just abandon Library and hope that it's nothing. Dinerdog also checking Grand Falloon. Yeah, I think Matthias needs to skip some stuff here. Okay, Matthias is starting the route that I considered. Oh, but he's going to Library first. See, I would play a little bit of Hope, SotN, where the idea is you hope to find a Library card to make this route better, and if you don't find it, you just abandon those 2 checks. I mean, left side is always a possibility. Yeah, Hopent, if you Hopton instead of SotN, Hopton, something like that. That's rough. That's rough for both players. Wow, Dinerdog punished for Merman skip. Matthias also punished? You just gotta assume it's nothing, right? So what is Matthias buying here? I don't remember what was in the shop. Surely it's something good, right? Marsil? Alucard Shield? Darkblade? Dragon Helm? I mean, it's decent. High Potion. Power of Sire. Okay. Matthias buys a litany of different objects and trinkets. But is it worth the shop trip for all that stuff? Maybe. I guess Matthias does have kind of doo-doo. No, he had the Luminous. I mean, that's pretty decent. I don't know. Marsil. Yeah, and I guess he has Darkblade for later. Unless this is a Vlad Relic, I think my route would have been better. Dinerdog is now Library carding, so I think at this point Dinerdog is basically fully caught up with extra checks already done. So Matthias is going to need to skip a lot of stuff. Like a lot of stuff. Or he's going to have to go left side. I think Matthias needs left side here. That's the only way. Yeah, Echo. That's rough. That's rough. Yeah, Heart and Tooth are in Alrox's quarters and Castle Keep. Both places Matthias hasn't been to yet. I think the entirety of the library is bait. The only thing that they found was a merman statue. I think my route would have been better from Matthias's perspective, where you just skip library. You say, screw it, you know what? If there's something in the library, I lose, but I already kind of made a bad route to begin with. You just kind of have to deal with that, unless you find a library card, and then you luck out, and then maybe you use the library card to help save that time back, but... There's a Vlad in the library. Yeah, but Matthias already had that from library carding at the start of the round. Matthias is going to do Fire of Bat probably into Castle Keep. If he chooses to skip all rocks here, he loses, which is really sad. Because there is an idea of Castle Keep. Clock Tower into Castle Keep into grab Silver Ring. Oh, but then you can't get Holy Glasses, actually. He's not high enough. You need the candles to be below you when you do the zigzag wing smashes here. Yeah, Matthias had to do an extra wing smash there because of it. But finds nothing. I would hope Dinner Dog goes straight to Silver Ring because he's done every other check in the first castle outside of Holy Symbol. If Dinner Dog is going to check Holy Symbol, he'll probably save split it to be safe. At least I hope he does. Otherwise, this is going to be rough. No, he did the Merman statue check. He needs to do the Holy Symbol check. Yeah, he's going to Silver Ring immediately. He also has the shortcut open between Chapel and All Rocks. So he's probably going to go that way to turn in the Silver Ring and get Holy Glasses. The question is, will he, from Holy Glasses, check the Holy Symbol location? Yeah, this is a rough start for sure. Very rough. If nobody goes left side during my tournament, I'm going to be so sad. It's such a good gamble, dude. It's such a good gamble, and nobody's respecting it. This is actually almost a perfect seed to do left side as well. The only thing they're missing is gravity boots. Oh, Scrimps did go left side. Yeah, you're right. But I want more people to go left side. I want it to happen at least once per match, okay? It's also good. Half the time, it just works. You're like coin flipping for a win. 50-50 chance to win's not bad. Especially if you're like trying to mess around game one to just like kind of steal a win. Especially if your early game felt a little meh. Or if you feel like, man, I just keep running into like no relics. At that point, like, fuck it. Or if you do an extra check and it ends up being nothing and you're like, oh, man, I don't want to do an extra skip because I checked a thing and it was nothing, which means the probability of the thing I'm skipping being something important is also higher. Oh, Matthias, no. He's going to skip all Rox's quarters, I think. Like, he's poisoning himself. He's poisoning himself to be skipping all Rox's quarters here, which is just an instant loss. Like, you had everything going for you if you combined Alrox with, like, you just warped Alrox, actually. What is he doing? Doesn't he have the Alrox warp? No, he didn't grab it because he went to Caverns immediately. Ooh. That actually is kind of doo-doo. Which means he hasn't done Coliseum either, right? So is he going to abandon Coliseum and 2 Alrox checks? That feels so bad. Yeah, this route feels like it's just so much backtracking. It's one of the reasons why early library card feels so bad. You know what I mean? I feel like if you ever get an early library card seed and then you don't find anything in the library, you're just like forcing yourself to backtrack like so much. Like, your starting gear needs to be cracked as heck to consider keeping it, in my opinion. It's tough, very tough. Again, this is only game 1. We do have another match or another race happening after this. So if you are a fan of Matthias, do not worry. He does have another chance. Oh, he's doing it this way. Well, you know, Chapel Stairs is a solution. Yeah, you can go this way. It's not that fast, but it's also not that slow. It's not the worst. Dog is still a few minutes ahead, though, all things considered. The downside is Matthias does need to do the Alrox checks no matter what. Yeah, he sees all 3 of those checks. He's going to do them. I think this is a perfect left side potential for Matthias, though. Because even if he's like 5 minutes behind, going left side, you essentially, like, assuming there's nothing on the right side, left side makes up all that time. There's also the possibility that the final Vlad is at Holy Symbol. Because Dog has 0 library cards, and he has 2 missing Vlad relics that are of random locations. Guarded OG has 0 minimum complexity, therefore those relic locations are purely random. Matthias is not grabbing holy glasses while he's here. He forgot that he needs holy glasses. He's going back for it. Okay, good. Good, please. Yeah, those the glasses are good. Get the glasses. If Dog says fuck it and goes left side, he wins. Straight up. Because I don't think Matthias doing right side can catch up. That would require both Vlad relics to be like Medusa and Akmadon. And then even then, Dog might get there first. Depending on the left side route that he does. So left side wins either way. Left side is always the answer. I think Gravity Boots had nothing. It was like a familiar card. I'm so thirsty. I've been doing so much talking. Left side, baby. Left side, left side, left side, left side, left side. You coward! Boo! Coward! You can save split left side. You can even save split it. He is grabbing the warp, probably because he is still worried about Merman statue leading to Holy Symbol. So that's why he's grabbing the warp, most likely. Boo! Do left side. Come on. Come on, Matthias. Matthias, please. This is your chance. This is your chance to regain the lead. You just have to do left side. Believe in the left side. This is a pretty fast seed, though. Honestly, this is a pretty fast seed. Checking Medusa into going left side, I don't think is a good play. I think Jupiter is a very smart competitor in a lot of regards, but Medusa into left side feels like, okay, well. And congratulations to Dinner Dog for getting, he's going to finish the seed in like 37 minutes. Nah, it's going to be closer to like 39, but still, that's crazy. You know, left side, you would have lost anyway. So, you know, going for left side, it's like not even a bad idea if you're Mathias. At least, you know, get in your head that it's possible. And Mathias is skipping all rocks. Yeah. Next seed, left side is the play for sure. They're getting the right side seed out of the way now, so Mathias can counterpick the left side seed. That's how it works. Dinner Dog a little low on MP here, and he is wearing the Yatsutsuna, which does lower his defense. Maybe he gets bodied and dies? Perhaps? He could still die. The Yatsutsuna does a lot of damage, but it's not like GG easy, you just win the game. Ooh, 39 damage, that's not nothing. I don't know the last time Dinner Dog saved. So if Dinner Dog dies, this might turn into a fiasco like the last race, where it never ends. Is that him using his mana prism? What's in his hand? I didn't see what it was. It was a strength potion. Ah. Yeah, no, he's going to melt. He's going to melt the bosses. He won't even be at risk of dying. Mathias, go left side just to show that you'll do it. Just to show that you're crazy. He's just doing the item check and then leaving. Man. Everyone's a coward. Granted, it wouldn't have worked this time, but still, come on. No save. This is a tournament with some of the best players in the game. If you think that he needs to save the game, if he dies, it's a skill issue. Saving the game costs like 15 seconds. That's the difference between winning in a close race. If you think any competitor is considering saving at this point in the tournament, that means they're not good enough to win if they cannot kill Shaft and Dracula consistently. It's just that easy. Dinner Dog's not putting himself in a situation where he's even that at risk of dying. He died twice in a practice run? Well, then he's bad. But he didn't die in the tournament, and that's what practice is for. You would have refilled? You wouldn't have won the race. I'm sorry. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. You would have refilled. You wouldn't be in top 8. Dinner Dog's in top 8. That's the difference. You guys are thinking about safety. Dinner Dog's too busy thinking about speed. This isn't a safe playthrough. It's a speed run. This should be a pretty easy one cycle, I feel like. Yasasuna with Strength Potion. Just kidding. Dinner Dog is quite actually underleveled now that I think about it, because he didn't kill a lot of second castle bosses. So that makes sense. His overall stats are pretty low. There it is. Almost a one cycle. 39.03. Didn't I say it was going to be a 39? GG's Dinner Dog for taking race number 1. Not bad at all. We'll go ahead and take a short break and figure out what they're going to do for race number 2. So stay tuned for that, everybody, and we'll be right back. And we're back with race number 2. Dinner Dog is up 1-0 versus Mathias, and the counter pick from Mathias is Lycanthrope. I think that makes sense. I know Matthews is quite good at Lycanthrope. We'll go ahead and see how these two face off in this preset. Dinner still with the slightly better prologue. Not necessarily the fastest possible prologue, but, you know, consistent. Consistency matters. I'm curious to see how Matthews plays the Lycanthrope preset differently than how he played Guarded OG. I don't even think he played bad. Like, his movement wasn't bad. His decision-making wasn't that terrible either. He did get kind of screwed on the two big decisions that he made, though, which was the early library card and skipping All Rocks. Both of those ended up being pretty bad decisions. In, like, execution. Not in execution. What's the word I'm thinking of? Results-wise, right? But that's the thing. When you're looking at probabilities, you don't want to necessarily take your probabilities as like a results-based approach. You kind of want to make sure that you're thinking of things like probabilistically. And like skipping those locations wasn't necessarily the worst play. He was skipping 2 locations in the first castle when the second castle had 10 locations. So, I don't know. It wasn't like the worst idea. And this is Lycanthrope. These players are going to be starting off with the wolf movement. So we're seeing Dinner Dog take advantage of that fast dog, Matthews as well. And barring some sort of big mistakes, I hope both of these players are able to execute properly the death skip here. Let's see it. Death skip for Dinner Dog. And Matthews looks to have cleared it just barely. And they both get to keep all of their starting equipment, which is quite nice. They do start with a shield rod. So if they find a powerful shield, they're in business. Ooh, and gravity boots. Gravity boots does give them access to basically full flight and out of logic flight as well. Because the game does not expect you to use the gravity boots right away. Will Dinner Dog turn around? Yeah, I like this play from Dinner Dog. We've seen this a couple of times with gravity boots at the start. You immediately turn around so you can check entrance, and Matthews is doing it as well. I think this is a pretty efficient way to do it. The reason why you have to leave the area and then come back is so you can despawn death. Oh, and this time, Matthews gets the katana drop from the bloody zombies, and it's a Masamune. Ooh, Matthews with the good luck this time. Not bad, not bad. Dinner Dog with a very slight lead, but like that's very tentative. That can go away. The Masamune is going to do crazy amounts of damage. Oh, and it's Leapstone. Wait, so that keys the players in because Leapstone was locked behind a flight location. That tells the players that Leapstone plus Gravity Boots will not actually be their form of flight because you can't have the intended form of flight be locked behind needing flight. What's Matthews doing? Just transform into Wolf. Wolf go burr. Wolf go burr. I guess he wanted to refill his MP a little bit. That makes sense. So, because of this, it's a 50-50 that in logic flight is either Mist plus Power of Mist or it's Soul of Bat. So, Soul of Bat is likely hiding behind a Gravity Boots location, something that's locked by Gravity Boots. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they find Soul of Bat or Mist in like the Alchemy Lab, Fairy Card, the Leapstone location, the Mist location in Colosseum. Dinner Dog still with a slight lead, but that I feel like the Masamune is going to put in work, right? It has to. Oh yeah, we do skip Slogger and Gaibon, but don't worry, we'll be seeing them again later. Matthews with a dive kick tech on the vases there. I don't mind it. It's faster than just falling to the ground, I feel like. Very interesting start here. I do find it interesting that they both do the same idea, which is to go back to entrance. That's something that not everybody is keen to do. Like, not everybody is used to it because it's kind of a weird route. But the fact that they're both clued into the meta of Lycanthrope, because that's more of like a Lycanthrope meta thing than anything, goes to show that these are two like peak competitors when it comes to understanding this preset, which makes sense. Ooh, silver ring found for Dinner Dog. Matthews is going to grab that soon. It makes sense because this was the previous tournament preset for the tournament that we had a few months ago. So it makes sense that a lot of players are really keyed into the Lycanthrope specific like routing options. Yeah, Matthews is just like skipping like every item check. And honestly, I respect it. I think skipping item checks is really cool. You're essentially telling your opponent that like, I don't need to get lucky finding these random items. Instead, I'm just going to outmaneuver you, which is really cool. However, it does suck when you miss out on like a really important lucky item. Matthews did get the Masamune, however, from a random drop, so maybe that makes him feel a little bit more inclined to skip stuff. He's doing some quick checks. I think that was an Opal or a Garnet. That was a Garnet, and that's Vanilla Spirit Orb. Definitely want to grab that Garnet, though, because we haven't seen the shop yet. Ooh, Matthews struggling to do... Wait, is that the second time that the dolls dropped the Axelord armor? That's the second time Matthews has found the Axelord armor in this room and doesn't grab it. Wow, he hates the Axelord armor. That's crazy. What are the odds? What are the odds? Oh, perfect angle for Matthews' gravity boots. You love to see it. Nothing there. Will Matthews check the other locations? Yep. Using wolf movement too, which is slightly faster. Might as well pick up that Power of Sire. And honestly, Matthews is kind of catching up. Let's see the time difference at this red door here. Dinner Dog opens the door. Meal ticket at 24. 27. Only 3-second difference. That's not that big. I feel like Dinner Dog had a bigger lead earlier. So it's just going to come down to execution here. A lot of front slides. You love to see the front slides. You know, it's a nice like burst movement option once you have Leapstone and you're jumping up to another ledge. It's not that much faster than the alternative, just like landing and backdashing, but it's nice to do. Skipping the Cube of Zoe, I agree with this. Yeah, the Cube of Zoe is not worth it. Dinner Dog is refilling MP, though. And Matthews is opting not to. Dinner Dog having to go for the full save, and now Matthews is just straight up in the lead. I feel like the saves to refill MP in this category most of the time end up not working out because you have the Mystic Pendant available to you. So as long as you're not in wolf form, and you can't be in wolf form when you open doors like this, you end up refilling magic pretty fast. So as long as Matthews has enough magic to get up this shaft, because I'm assuming he's going to go fight Aurochs right now, like, he's fine. Like, he didn't need to refill MP. Like, his MP filled up by, like, a quarter of a bar in just the time it took to open the warp and come back, giving him just enough MP to make it up to the shaft, and probably to get all the way, probably not to Aurochs. He's probably going to refill, actually, now, which is actually less efficient. If Dinner Dog opts to skip the save that I... Covenant Stone! Oh, I mean, you have Masamune. Yeah, this save is less efficient than the one Dinner Dog did, so I think Dinner Dog is about to take the lead. He does pick up the Covenant Stone. Yeah. Oh, but Dinner Dog's also refilling here? I guess that makes sense because he wants to use Tetra Spirit, because he doesn't have the Masamune. All right, let's see it. Ooh, Dinner Dog with the smooth moves. Knows exactly where to gravity jump to get to where he needs to go to. And this is a close one. Oh, Matthews makes it through, though, and doesn't bonk. And he's back in the lead. It's just, they're purely in the lead now. They both have done a save. But Matthews has the Masamune. As long as he menus quickly, he's in a good spot. Combat Knife. Uh-oh. I feel like missing out on that Covenant Stone is going to hurt Matthews in the long run, however, because, like, that's plus 15 strength, bro. That's really good. He also needs to menu quickly if he doesn't want to lose his lead here. But he does kill Aurochs quite a bit faster than Dinner Dog. Does Dinner Dog know the tech that if you hold up while you do the stabs, you'll never get the slow slash with the Combat Knife? Because I saw him do the slow slash a couple of times. Yeah, let's say 917 to check the relic for Matthews. Dinner Dog's losing a lot of time from not having that Masamune. Wow. $917 versus $935. Like 15 to 20 second lead for Matthews now from that one fight, because they were pretty much even going into it. Oh, and Alucard's sword is right there. That actually is going to help Dinner Dog, because Dinner Dog didn't have like that good of a weapon. But now he has Alucard's sword with the Covenant Stone. Mathias doesn't have the Covenant Stone. So Dinner Dog doesn't have to worry about having like bad equipment for combat now. This is actually going to save Dinner Dog so much trouble in the long run. And Mathias is even opting to use it. So now Dinner Dog has the combat advantage. Mathias's random drop isn't going to matter much now. And he's going to have to menu every time he wants to use the Masamune for certain bosses. So if you put all of your points on Dinner Dog, you're feeling better about this, for sure. Let's go ahead and listen into Mathias's perspective now that he's in the lead. He's got that extra compressed audio, real crunchy. You love to hear it. Oh, man. Those sound effects are so crunchy. You love it. Dude, Dinner Dog's catching up. Hold up. Mathias leaves at 11 flat. $11-12. He saved a few seconds there, so Mathias is going to have to be careful. His combat advantage is gone, like we said. Power of Mist, yeah, that's an easy skip. Yeah, they're both following the same route here, which I think this is the correct route. If you have access to flight, you should just do the full clockwise checks because you're able to do as many checks as quickly as possible. And they're out of logic, so you end up finding stuff like they found Spike Breaker out of logic here, which is kind of nice. It could key you into like later complexity stuff. Oh, Mathias messes up the movement here. If Dinner Dog knows the fast wolf strat here, he has a chance to like take a huge lead. Oh, he's opting to just not do any wolf movement instead. Still more consistent. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Mathias, your lead. It's vanishing. Uh-oh. They're pretty much even. Oh. And Dinner Dog's in the lead all of a sudden. Oh, my God. Oh, but he gets hit by a flea armor or flea rider. Oh, but Mathias bonks. It's so close. Oh, they both bonk. Mathias is back. What a roller coaster. It's nothing. Oh, Mathias misses a gravity jump. It's back to even. Oh, my God. Mathias with a literally like 1 second advantage. Oh, but Dinner Dog opens the map. Doesn't want to end up like Jupiter for getting checks. Dinner Dog does have more damage, though. Not that much more, but enough to that each boss fight, he's going to start crawling back time save. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Mathias' movement is just slightly better right now, though. Is there an echo? The audio is just crunchy. Mathias just has crunchy audio, okay? Some people do smooth audio. Some people prefer crunchy. It's more of like a preference thing, right? Ooh, Fire Shield is actually kind of nice. Like, which audio do you prefer in your sandwiches? Crunchy or smooth? I think Dinner Dog's back in the lead. Yeah, he's back in the lead, pretty much. Mathias doing some item checks here, though, that Dinner Dog's choosing to skip. Doesn't really pay off. Nothing at Fire of Bat. And just like that. Yeah, I think it's better if we don't listen to either of their audio, since Dinner Dog's listening to copywritten music, I think. And then Mathias, his audio is a little, maybe a little too crunchy for my tastes, maybe. Yeah, it's looking like progression is meant to be at Fairy Card, most likely. Mathias opts to skip this warp. This could be big. That's a pretty ballsy skip. Assuming they don't need that warp, Mathias might have just saved the time he needed to get back in the lead. Oops. Usually listens to Happy Hardcore. What the heck is Happy Hardcore? Hold on. Now I'm curious. What the heck is happy hardcore? That's just Eurobeat. Yeah, that's Eurobeat. I've never heard anyone describe it as happy hardcore, but that's kind of funny. Anyways, another divergence. Matthias opts to check fairy card first, and it was Jewel of Open. And the shop, however, doesn't seem to have... Ooh, but it has library cards for 2K. Does Matthias have the money for that? It doesn't look like there's anything else that's that important. Oh, yeah, because the Garnet. Nice. Yeah, just buy 2 library cards and leave. Straight up. I wouldn't even mess with... Oh, but Heaven's Sword. Hold on. Guys, wait. Imagine. Oh, there's Alucard Shield as well. Oh, that's a tough choice. I would get the library cards. You can get Alucard Shield later. Buy 1 library card, come back later. The correct play is buy 1 library card, come back later. Hopefully you have enough money to buy another library card and the shield. Otherwise, it's fine. But that is the correct play. If you have access to library cards in the shop, you should always just buy them, like straight up, unless it's the very end of the seed. This is like middle game, probably still early game, to be honest. And actually, because Matthias bought the library card, Dinner Dog grabbing that warp was just time loss. Matthias saved all that time, and he's back in the lead. Not by a lot, but it was enough to get him back in the lead. Matthias is doing a lot of extra checks, however. They're both doing some interesting checks, actually. It's tough to pin down which checks they like to do. They're both doing different ones, which makes things exciting. That is for sure. This is why Lycanthrope is so good, by the way. Because, like, that hallway is, like, so boring to go through normally. But when you got the wolf going max speed, feels good. It feels good. It's one of the reasons why Lycanthrope is probably one of my favorite presets. Even though it wasn't necessarily meant to be, like, a serious preset. It was, like, kind of a gimmick preset at first. It ends up being really, really good for speedrunning. And the wolf movement is, like, good, but it's not so overpowered, like starting with like Bat, for example, that it means that your movement, you kind of have to like earn it in a lot of interesting ways. You still have to earn your movement with Bat as well, but like, you know, it's different. It's different. I'd grab the Garnet and the Mana Prism, yeah. Skipping the Katana. Dinner Dog also skips the Katana. It's funny that Dinner Dog doesn't do every check there. He only does, like, a handful. When you could just Soul Steal and check all of them. And the Soul Steal takes, like, 1 second. 1 second for 5 checks is probably the best check density possible, right? Like, you're already in that room anyways. Might as well. Like, it's a room you have to go through. Soul Steal is impossible? Oh, true, my bad. And yeah, this is Dinner Dog's damage advantage coming back to bite Matthias in the butt. The Alucard Sword alone is not as good as Dinner Dog's Alucard Sword plus Covenant Stone. That extra 15 strength is coming into play here. Oh? Oh, he checks it on the way out. Okay, I guess... Yeah, I still feel like the Soul Steal is better. Right? Because, like, all that time loss on Dinner Dog's end. When Matthias just does 1 Soul Steal and checks everything. It's a very interesting idea. If that's the way you like to check it, I get it. But, like, I don't know. Just do the Soul Steal. It's pretty good. Fun fact about that Soul Steal. That's a patented Ben Otten strat. If y'all don't know who Ben Otten is, he is low-key one of the GOATs of SotN. He just doesn't play much anymore. One of the GOATs of Richter, for sure. But he also was really, really good in the first season of Rando. He played so much Rando. That's a convenient spot for Merman. He still... Yeah, he does Richter from time to time. He mostly plays Dungeon Fighter Online, though. He's a DFO fiend. Matthias messes up a little bit. Does anyone have the balls to skip Merman statue? Does anyone have the balls to skip Holy Symbol? Probably not. We need Jimmy Poopins? Nah. We don't need Jimmy Poopins. We need Boof Master 69. That's what we need. I think skipping this check when it's like earlier in, well, maybe not, because it's like, yeah, actually, no, you don't want to skip this check. No, this is the correct play because of the complexity system. If you could rule out that this is technically higher complexity than the rest of Caverns, I would skip this check. This check is so slow. Oh, it's literally nothing. Oh, wait, Varda? Who got the Varda? As a random drop from the bat, who got the Varda? Dinner Dog gets the Varda. It's Jover. It's so Jover. It's so Jover. It's so Jover. It's so Jover. Oh my god. The Masamune that Matthews got doesn't even matter anymore, man. Oh, and he's in the menu. He wants to make sure he doesn't die. You're not going to die. If you have more than like 50 health here, you're fine. Honestly, shield dashing I think is more efficient. Dinner Dog doing all these dive kicks is making this harder than it needs to be. 30 health, that's more than enough. You guys need to figure out, like, health is a resource in this game. Straight up. Just be good. Don't be bad, and be good, and then you don't have to worry about your health. Matthews doesn't refill at the save station. I don't think Dinner Dog is save splitting here either. That's a Tulkas up there. Is it worth grabbing Tulkas? Probably not. I feel like Alucard's sword is like almost as good. Oh, Dinner Dog takes a dip. Matthews doesn't. Matthews is going all the way, though. Does Dinner Dog skip? Neither of them skip. All right, fair enough. I would skip. But that's because I won an entire tournament skipping this location. So I have to. This skip won me a tournament. I have to. It's like part of the brand now. Well, you know, maybe I didn't deserve to win the tournament. You know? Maybe perhaps that tournament was a little bit fraudulent. Hey, we don't know. Maybe Mist isn't part of the complexity chain. Huh? Maybe it's a fake relic. It's possible, I think. Maybe. I don't know. They still haven't found In-Logic Flight, by the way. Because Power of Mist hasn't been found yet, right? Neither of them picked up Power of Mist. So I don't think they found it yet. Matthews, what are you doing? Oh, Varda plus... Oh, it's Jover. Oh, Varda Alucard's sword is so strong. What do they find? Fire of Bat. I mean, Matthews is still slightly in the lead, but I feel like that Varda is going to swing heavily in Dinner Dog's favor for every boss after this. He's just going to save time. They only have one random Vlad. They're probably going to check. 100% they're going to check Spike Breaker. If they find a Vlad relic there, that might change their minds on whether or not to check. Just kidding. They're going to check Grand Flea either way. I don't know. I think checking Spike Breaker first is kind of worth it, just for the info, but they're both committing here to Grand Falloon. Interesting. Matthews still having slightly better movement, though. So if Matthews can keep up this pace of having better movement, Masamune will help out here as well. He just has to be careful to not get hit. Oh, he one-shots? Fuck. That's pretty big. What are you doing? Okay. Still in the lead, but not by a lot. If Matthews can keep up the movement advantage, he's going to lose time on most of the bosses, unless he is able to use the Masamune to its fullest extent. But it's just tough, because Dog should be saving time on movement. There's intended flight. Okay, so the intended flight was Mist plus Power of Mist. Okay, so they didn't find Power of Mist. So this was guaranteed to actually be Power of Mist. Or I guess it technically is kind of a 50-50 between Power of Mist and Bat, so I guess it's worth checking. Yeah. I don't know. I would have skipped it. I would have skipped it, straight up. Because you don't need Power of Mist at this point. It doesn't unlock anything. You already have Flight without it. Oh, yeah, Matthews is just ignoring all these items. He has the library card, and did he find any extra money? I think he did. He found an extra garnet. I library card here, yeah. That's the correct play. Library card, buy the Alucard shield. Actually, combat advantage kind of doesn't matter with Alucard shield now. So that Varda ends up not mattering that much. Yeah, you buy another library card, and you buy Alucard shield, I guess. I think you have enough money for both. Yeah, you have enough money for both. Yep. Good call. So yeah, now Matthews doesn't have to worry about damage that much. He doesn't have to worry about managing his magic with the Alucard shield spell, but that's not that bad. Ooh, be careful, Matthews. Oh, he fell off. Plus L plus ratio. You have Mist and Power of Mist, brother. Just get past him with the Mist and Power of Mist. You're literally invincible and you get to fucking fly. I'm going fucking fly. Dag's in the lead now. Dag's big lead. Big lead. Big lead. Yeah, I guess put on the holy glasses now. Sure, whatever. It's Echo. It's Echo? Interesting. Yeah, they found glasses at Spike Breaker, which means Bat is in the first castle at Silvering? Huh. So yeah, Mist wasn't even necessary in this seed. I would have been fine. Wow. I would have... See? Always skip Merman. You don't need Bat. Just go to the second castle. You can move through the second castle fine with Wolf. It's actually more MP efficient most of the time. Always skip Merman. We're back, baby. We're so back. Maybe it's a batless seed. It's literally impossible for it to be a batless seed. Because Holy Glasses was at Spikebreaker, and Spikebreaker is locked behind Bat. Silver Ring has to be Bat. Guys, I already explained it to you. You guys are confused over nothing. Silver Ring has to be Bat. Now the question is it worth picking up? With 4 missing Vlads, I think it is. Yeah. In this scenario, with 4 missing Vlads, I think it is. Because odds are... all 4 of those Vlads are in the second castle. Guaranteed, actually. No, except for... I forgot about Holy Glasses, actually. So either Silver Ring is Gold Ring that leads to Bat, or it's Bat, and then Gold Ring is in second castle. I would skip this then. Straight up. I would skip this. Because if this is Gold Ring into Bat, you're losing so much time for a relic you don't need. If this is Bat, then they're fine. Yeah, that's an L. That's such a big L. You're wasting like 4 minutes to find Bat, which you don't even need. That's 4 minutes you could have already full cleared right side of the second castle. Now the question is, will Dinner Dog go find Bat or no? Because at this point, I feel like you have an entire second castle full of relics. It's tough call. Matthews is going to grab Bat. Dinner Dog is going to skip it, it seems. Unless he's going to warp to grab it, which feels weird. Left side doesn't make sense when there's 4 missing Vlad relics, because then your left side would literally need to be Darkwing Bat into Creature into, like, both the other relics being in the caverns, the inverted caverns. Yeah, Dinner Dog is skipping Bat. Like, if you're... Yeah, I think that was... I think skipping Silver Ring was the correct play. I think you could have deduced to skip Silver Ring and say, fuck it, I'm just going to go through the second castle without Bat. We're going to have to see if Bat makes up the time, though. Because Dinner Dog's entering the second castle. Everyone keep track of when Dinner Dog enters the second castle. $31.30. Silver Ring was 100% either Soul of Bat or led directly to Soul of Bat, and this is like the worst case scenario, that it leads to Soul of Bat. I think skipping Soul of Bat might have been the play. If Silver Ring guaranteed Soul of Bat with 4 missing Vlad relics, maybe it's worth it. But, like, getting Soul of Bat here feels so bad. I don't know. Because they had info on the rest of the castle, so, because they did all the other checks. So with that information, I think it's 100% worth skipping. But you also have to be comfortable moving in the second castle with Mist, Power of Mist, plus all of the Wolf relics, which I feel like is, like, really good. Yeah, they full cleared first castle. They had full info on it. Matthews is already 1 minute behind and counting. So he needs his Bat movement to save him at least 1 minute. Although I will say one of the reasons why getting Bat here might be okay is, one, if he does left side, that'd be very funny. And two, because there's so many missing Vlad relics, you can at least feel comfortable that, like, oh, if I get Bat and the opponent doesn't, I'm not going to just lose outright to them finding all of the, like, Vlad relics really early. Odds are one of the Vlad relics has to be pretty late in the second castle. So Matthews is going to need to use the Bat so much better than Dinner Dog's able to use the Wolf. And I just don't see that being the case, right? The Wolf already has, I think, is more MP efficient in most cases because the Wolf Charge costs 5 MP. The Bat Wing Smash costs 8. The Wolf Charge can keep going. Only 1 MP lost per interacting with an enemy. So it ends up being more MP efficient most of the time. And, like, Dinner Dog is using it really, really well here. I don't think they have Mana Prisms now. We're already past 2 minutes of time loss for Matthews. We're looking at almost 2.5 minutes of time loss compared to Dinner Dog. Because it was 31:30. Left side is looking strong, however. Would anybody do left side with 4 relics remaining? To be fair, if you know all of the Vlad relics are left in the second castle, I think you could technically get away with left side because it's the all bosses route, and that ends up being pretty efficient. The all bosses route is really good. Almost 3 minutes behind, 34:21. 2 minutes, 50 seconds behind for Mathias. His movement with Bat needs to save 3 minutes. I don't think it's... Yeah, it's not reasonable for Bat to save 3 minutes. Straight up, I don't think you can save 3 minutes over what Dinner Dog is doing with Bat. Matthews went back to the library because it's the fastest way to get to the second castle from the Holy Glasses location. All 4 Vlads are sharing the same final layer complexity for the seed, which is crazy. So most seeds have a final Vlad. This seed has 4 final Vlads. It's basically how the normal game works, where the final Vlad is all 5 in the second castle. In this seed, it's 4. Yeah, if you're going to use Wolf, why get Bat, dude? Like, I just don't see a world where Bat saves the time. And you could have 100% known that was Bat. Both players would have known it was 100% Bat at Silver Ring or right afterwards. So going straight into second castle was the correct play. I think skipping Bat in this scenario is actually like big brain. Because I don't see a world where Bat saves like more than like a minute or two if used to its full extent, unless you have infinite mana prisms. Right? I think infinite mana prisms does change the math on it. Because the Wolf is just so MP efficient compared to the Bat. But they don't have infinite mana prisms. Dinner Dog making the right choice in the absolute like clutch moments, realizing, oh, that's Soul of Bat. I don't need that. Like Soul of Bat is kind of greedy. And I think Matthews saw Soul of Bat and said, oh, I need that. Because it go fast, it go burr. Okay, left side looking a little less good with Eye of Vlad at Trio. But the all bosses route, you basically end with Trio, and then you're right next to the end game. I don't know, all bosses route would have been really good. No, left side's still good. No, I believe. Like, even this room, Dinner Dog's managing it insanely well. Uh-oh, just kidding. He does a bad gravity jump. Outside of that bad gravity jump, he's managing it insanely well. Yes, it's technically faster to move through this room as a bat. Just do the grounded diagonal gravity jump. It's a little bit safer there. Okay, he got messed up, so he kind of ruined my point, but still. Would I take left side in this scenario? No, I wouldn't. It's a neat idea, but it's not worth it, no. No one's brave enough to do it, not even me. Matthews just keeps using the Wolf. Why did you grab Soul of Bat if you're just going to keep using the Wolf all the time? Because Wolf is good, and Soul of Bat's not that good. It sucks. It sucks. Matthews really was clawing back this this race. I mean, he is saving a little bit of time. If the final Vlad relic is at Galamoth and Dinner Dog's movement is subpar, maybe Matthews comes back from this. But I think you have to rely on Dinner Dog making a lot of mistakes. The bat is nice here. And in the long game, it could end up working out. I just don't see it working out. I really don't. These players aren't going to die. They have Alucard Shield active. Is Dinner Dog skipping creature? No shot, right? With 3 missing Vlads? This save split's pretty slow. If he does the save split, that's kind of crazy. That's crazy. Wow. This might actually be what Matthews needs to catch up. Oh. Well, now this is what Matthews needs to catch up. What is Dinner Dog thinking? Three missing Vlads with 5 missing locations from his perspective, which means it's a 3 in 5 chance that creature has at least 1 relic. 60%. It's basically a coin flip if you round down. So Dinner Dog is like, oh, it's a coin flip, so therefore it's not a creature. He's actually gargantuan brained, actually. No, Dinner Dog's going to win because of this. I think skipping creature is mega giga brain. See? He's winning. No, skipping creature is the correct play here. It's basically a coin flip. And he's already up a game, actually. This is actually not a bad play. Dead ass. On God, no cap. Especially because he skipped out on bat. He said, screw it. Like, that's a really slow area for me to check, so I'm going to skip it. It simply will not be there. It's a 50-50. It's either there or it's not. So, also, it's a real 50-50 now because Dinner Dog has 4 missing locations with only 2 missing Vlads. So from his perspective, it's actually a coin flip. Matthews is going creature. This is one of the advantages of having bat, is that this check is a lot easier to do. It's a coin flip. It's just a coin flip, whether it's there or not. So Matthews needs this coin to flip in his favor right now. Oh, Dinner Dog doesn't find a Vlad relic. You still could check creature with Wolf. It's a little bit slower, but I still would have done it without the save split. If this is a Vlad relic, I think Matthews wins. Is Dinner Dog going down for it? Oh, no. Dinner Dog wins the coin flip. Dude. 3 missing Vlads. Creature still has nothing. Let's go, Dinner Dog. No, he was gargantua-brained, guys. I said it from the beginning. It was basically a coin flip. You just have to win a coin flip. And Dinner Dog's up a game? Nah. Dinner Dog is so based for this one. He's so based for this one. He's playing on... You guys are still playing checkers. He's playing 12-dimensional chess with time travel. You don't understand the machinations of it. The inner machinations of his mind are an enigma. It was the diss track. Yeah, Dinner Dog's diss track did give him the boost that he needed. Oh, it's going to feel so good when he finds the final Vlad at Galamoth. Oh, my God. Wow. Wow. Crazy race. I don't even know what to say. The dog is cooking. Dinner is served. Yeah. I was happy he didn't do the save split, by the way. Granted, if he did the save split, he probably would still be ahead. Not nearly as much, but he would still be ahead, actually. Dinner Dog saves here. Yeah. What if Matthews just goes, oh, Dinner Dog with the slope jump? I've never seen that in Lycanthrope. That's actually sick. Usually you don't have movement like this. Usually a bat at this point. But yeah, this is what I'm saying, dude. The bat's not that good. The dog goes fast. Okay, well, if you bonk there, that's hard to deal with. But, you know, you good recovery. Yeah, and you have nothing to worry about against Galamoth. You have Alucard Shield. Unless it runs out of juice, which I don't think is possible. Yeah. This is looking like a GG here. This should be our final Vlad relic with everything that we know about this seed. Is this the 2-0? Maybe Dinner Dog's internet gets unplugged? Maybe, yeah, no. I hold on. No reaction. No reaction. No verbal reaction whatsoever. Not a, oh shit, let's go. I'd be popping off if I skipped Creature with 3 missing Vlads. I'd be popping off so hard. No, if the final Vlad was that Creature, Dinner Dog loses straight up. Assuming Matthias checks it. Because if Dinner Dog had to reset here, he'd be resetting 2 of his Vlad relics away. So he'd have to go from here all the way back to Creature. Meanwhile, Matthias would just now be warping back to go fight Dracula and Shaft. So no, Matthias would have won. So you say Dinner Dog's winning with a bat disadvantage? I'd argue grabbing bat was the disadvantage. I mean, I said it from the beginning. I think grabbing bat was pretty greedy. If you know that it's bat, you're essentially grabbing a relic in hopes that it saves the time that it's worth to grab it later, because it doesn't actually progress towards the end of the game on its own. If you knew it was the final Vlad, for example, you have to get it. But knowing it's bat, especially in Lycanthrope, when your movement's already so good, I really don't know. And I think Dinner Dog, obviously, he also is insane and skipped Creature. I wouldn't have done that, but he obviously is playing on a level that mere mortals could not understand. Matthias, you have Alucard Shield. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Brother, if you die to Galamoth with Alucard Shield, I will make fun of you. Okay, thank you, God. That is insane. You'd be the first to ever die to Galamoth while having an Alucard Shield active with the spell. I mean, it's tournament nerves. It happens. I'll say it again. I'll say it every race. I'm allowed to make fun of these players. You guys aren't. You're not in the tournament. You couldn't beat any of these guys in a race. They would absolutely own you. So if you feel safe and comfortable in the YouTube comments or in Twitch chat making fun of them, just know that they would beat your ass. I, on the other hand, get to make fun of them because it's my tournament. That's my privilege. You can host your own $600 tournament if you would like. And Dinner Dog with a sub 50 Lycanthrope seed. Pretty fast, pretty efficient. GG's, the 2-0. Congratulations, Dinner Dog. Not bad. Not bad at all. You love to see it if you're a fan of Dinner Dog. Let's see that prediction. It was close to 50-50 this time, right? It was 60-40 with Dinner Dog advantage. Congratulations, all of the Garnet Coin gamblers betting on Dinner Dog with the Swift 2-0. He moves on to the later part of the bracket. Let's go ahead and update that right now. If you are watching on YouTube, I do want to say thank you so much for watching. We have more tournament matches happening over on twitch.tv/DragonBlitz. You should come watch sometime and hang out. I'd love to see you in the chat. And we are looking at our semifinals is shaping up here. Dinner Dog with the 2-0. And we have a semifinal match of Scrimps versus Dinner Dog, and we're still waiting on the results of Jupiter Climb versus Fire, which is currently 1-1. We're waiting on the last race there. And then we have Hornet and Swarm that'll be happening later this week as well. So a lot of great matches coming up. Stay tuned for that. Subscribe on YouTube to catch the next one. And I'll see you later, YouTube. Have a good one. Bye-bye.